Succession planning is important for two main reasons. You can clearly identify your exit strategy early, and also you can plan for the unexpected.
A good succession plan will help your business so that it again helps you with the communication side of it to make it a seamless process and really transition across with the least amount of disruptions. The dangers of not planning is that you're in essence planning to fail. Without a plan, you don't know who you're going to transition to, you don't know how you'll transition it, and in essence, you might not extract any value for yourself at the end of the day. Common challenges there's quite a few. The biggest one is really identifying who the next stakeholders will be, who the next owners will be, but also how to communicate that to them specifically and to communicate it to the other stakeholders so that they know that everything will continue on as unimpeded as possible. Defined goals are very important because it helps you to develop the communication side of what's going to happen, but also as you progress through the process, it helps you track how you're actually traveling and what you're actually achieving through the process.
Family issues can impact business succession in many ways. Have you ever thought about working with your business partner's spouse? Many business owners would shudder at the thought. So making sure that there's an effective transfer of equity in the event that someone passes away is really imperative in business succession. Buy-sell agreement is effectively a Bible for the transfer of equity in the event that someone leaves. Think of a death, think of an exiting partner. The buy-sell agreement gives you the terms of the valuation, the when and the how of the transfer of that equity.
Business valuation is quite important in that, one, people sometimes don't even know what their own business is actually worth, what the value of it is, and they might not understand the drivers of that value as well. Going through the valuation process gives you a lot of insight in how a third party will actually view the business and help you understand the strengths and weaknesses that you really want to focus on to improve during this process to maximize the value for yourself. The first place to start is really because it can seem a bit daunting, is really talking to a trusted advisor to really draw out and clarify what your goals are, what your time frame is, and what it is that you're actually trying to achieve to help put that roadmap in place. The best time to start is really early. The earlier the better in some sense, because even if you're not really quite ready and you don't think that you're ready to start, the people who you might be transitioning to would probably want to know that there's a bit of a plan there for them to actually come in. Otherwise, you might not be able to keep them around, and they're kind of the key pin for the future after you're gone. Yeah, to approach the development plan is really, again, once you understand your goals and the objectives within it, breaking it down into the different components within it, being skill transfers, identifying the next successors, really developing them, and building into small, achievable tasks to work through the process. The key thing to really look at when you're trying to decide on the key successors is really, what are the skills that are required? What are the skills that you have that nobody else has at the moment? And who can actually take on those skills or complement those skills so that the business can, one, continue, or two, preferably, actually grow for the next generation and help them develop their own wealth. The process can be expensive, one from a financial point of view, but two from a time point of view. There is a large time commitment that can go into that. However, the result of that would be that, again, your legacy can continue on. You can actually realize the value that you've helped create. You contrast that with not really having a plan. You don't have the time cost within it, but the financial cost can be very significant.
You can protect your business against an unplanned succession by starting early. Think of the worst case scenario, plan, implement, and tuck it away. Hopefully we'll never need to call upon it, but if we do, at least it's there.
I would work off the idea that to create a successful succession plan, 18 to 24 months at a minimum, because there is a lot of time that goes into really defining your goals and really drawing out what you actually want, to then starting to put that in practice through identifying successors, actually developing the successors and phasing yourself out. A full process really from commencement to actually you being gone from business could be 5 years. Yeah, the advisor can help within the succession planning in that they've taken a step back from it. They're a little bit removed from the process, and they can help ask the questions and draw out really what you're trying to achieve, the key concerns and the key hurdles within that, and help develop strategies to work through those issues, most particularly the communication side, but also identifying the successors and developing them as well.